Organizing for Action is a nonprofit group that grew out of former President Barack Obama's 2008 win. But this morning, it's back in the spotlight, ramping up its efforts to tear down President Trump's agenda. In a recently released video, the organization, with a special appearance by President Obama, calls for change.
Nothing's more powerful than millions of voices
calling for change.
We've seen it.
We've seen it.
Yes, it's true. We are community organizers.
And we're actually really proud of it.
This movement is the single greatest threat
to the way that the powerful interests in Washington do business.
But it depends on you.
So what influence have they had in the growing anti-Trump movement we see in all these town halls? And should the former president be that closely involved, or is he? Here to debate that, Matt Schlapp, chairman of the American Conservative Union, and Danielle McLaughlin, liberal commentator and author of The Federalist Society, How Conservatives Took the Law Back from Liberals. First off, Danielle, is it your belief that President Obama on the beach is pulling the strings?
No, President Obama is on the beach kite surfing and I think trying to forget about the pressures of the presidency for a little while. I think there's no question that when he comes back to the States, he's going to set up shop back in D.C. where his children are preliminarily anyway. And I think he will be involved to some extent in Democratic politics. I think he wants to build a bench of young Democrats who will do what he started. He cares about progressive ideas. He cares about affordable health care. He cares about a growing and strong middle class, and he cares about energy independence. So I think we'll see that.
Ben, there's a sense that these uprisings in these town halls, these demonstrations from Minneapolis to North Carolina to New York and San Francisco over the weekend are orchestrated by this group.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And let me just say, I think it's President Obama just can't get enough. It's very graceless to continue to want to be at the front and center of politics even after you've been president. I mean, the fact that he's already commented several times in an attacking fashion against President Trump, I think it's revealing of his character. And I think he's absolutely wanting to be, look, they're going to have a big race to see who the next head of the DNC is. I think it's Barack Obama. I think he is pulling strings. I think he is involved. And I think he's going to be the head of the Democratic resistance throughout these Trump years. And I think it's very tacky.
Danielle, you saw how devastated he was and the look on his whole staff's face when Donald Trump won. And there's a sense that there was a plan put in place at that moment to really make Donald Trump's administration implode. And now there's some thoughts that maybe Ben Rhodes is behind the ousting of Mike Flynn and some of the orchestration of some of the things that came out, because Mike Flynn was the biggest critic of the Iranian deal.
Well, I think we need to separate fact from fiction. OFA, which is the organization that we're talking about here, was founded in 2012, 2013, after he was President Obama was re-elected. And so this is a long-term plan for progressive values. I don't think the president wants to be president anymore. And in his farewell address, he talked about the power of people. He talked about the idea that we should be defending our own first freedoms, our own Bill of Rights. I think that's what he's going to do. I don't see him getting too delving into politics too much.
But Matt, he did tweet out right away how proud he was about the demonstrations that he was seeing.
He appears in this video. He is standing side by side with the people going to these town halls. He is trying to defend the only real legislative item in his legacy, Brian, and that's Obamacare. And he is very engaged in trying to keep it, even though the American people have never really accepted it, and it's very unpopular. And because of Obamacare and the other parts of the radical agenda, the Democrats never lost so much than under President Obama.
Yeah, and Danielle, there's a theory, as long as President Obama's around, nobody else is going to emerge on the left. So it might be good news for President Obama, but not for the party.
He needs to do what he can, I think, to build a bench. I think he will step away. And in terms of affordable health, he said in his farewell address again, if Republicans can find a way to provide health care that is more affordable to more people, he's 100% behind it. I think Democrats should be too.
All right, he'll be back in town soon. We'll find out.
Easy challenge.
Yeah, Danielle and Matt, thanks so much for joining us. All right.